Hey Boom, this is to review your Ash game. So I'm gonna pick apart your loadout a little bit to begin with. Okay, so the one card you maxed out was Gatecrasher. I just don't see the need to max this card out. I think I personally run it at 3, and I honestly think that's enough. Like, I could see it, like, if you wanted to have that at 4, that could make sense too. I like Vanguard at 4. Heavy Metal 3 is fine also. And you know I told you a lot of people use the Life Rip card on Ash now. I have it. I don't even know why I have it, to be honest. I don't really know. Like, I haven't done experiments like with, without, whatever. I would say though that in this particular game, you guys had a team comp where Socratic was playing point tank with half shield. You had a Grok heal, so you're definitely like, very, very off tank with Grok heals. So that card at 5 probably would have been very helpful for you this game. A lot of times I see you're just like low and Grok Totem's not anywhere near you and you're probably not going to get one. So for this particular game, that build, or having a build with that card maxed out, would have been pretty good. Assuming you don't run that card though, you could try to up some more points in percussion, because I do notice you do use your right click a lot and you use it well. And I tried running percussion at like 3 or 4 once just for fun. It was actually like insane. You just like shoot people like half a map away, like way off point. But I could see why you didn't run that more here, because they have 2 shield tanks and that's fine. And then War Machine, I run that more for my shield build. It's like, for my battering ram build, I just don't, I feel like there are better cards that add more value, but it's fine. Biggest points would be drop down Gatecrasher. Try it at 3, see if you notice a difference. If you do, like, bring it up to 4. Vanguard at 4 is fine. Dropping it to 3 is probably fine. And then play around with the Life Rip card. So that's all I have to say about your build. Okay, so let's start.
Forward, mighty beast!
I had to record the game 1.9 Okay, so at the beginning,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now that's out of the way.
You were fine to take, I guess this area is called jungle. You immediately got fucked by Skye and didn't really see the con. You get fucked by Skye somewhere. But you did well to back out here because you saw Socratic die. It's just unfortunate that your dash didn't take you far enough to get out of Skye's range. It's also kind of funny that you were kind of looking back to see where Skye was. I mean, this bit, so I already watched this, so I know what happened. So the entire, like, first point fight, I think it was more on Socratic, to make sure that Nando didn't push all the way into your Grok. And then, like, everything past this, you guys were just so staggered and you couldn't hold, so there wasn't too much to say. Skye ult, I just find somewhat difficult to deal with sometimes because you can't tell where exactly it's coming from. I think that's what happened to you there. I'm sorry, I like accidentally fast-forwarded too much, but nothing really was happening. Again, like up until the second point fight, I felt like there wasn't much going on. You guys just got off to a bad start.
Not yet, my friend. Enemy killing spree.
It's all fine. I really have nothing to say. This is a good shield, by the way. As the game goes on, you have some not so good shields, but that one was a good one. I'll point out the not so good ones as well, and you'll see why I think that was good. why I love having Hillgrass again. You just fuck the ult. Okay, so you're kind of low. You realize this as you get to like 1,000 health. You'll be fine. Good emote. Again, just I don't know what to say. I guess I can fast forward. That was a good boop.
That's what I'm talking about.
Capture point spawning in 15 seconds.
In my opinion, the game really starts at the 1-1.
5, 4, 3.
So you and Socratic change up who has left and who has right. That's fine. Miss Fernando. It doesn't cost you too much. So they're doing fine. I like that ult. You waited for Grover's ult to end and then they were kind of weak. Okay, here. I hate that dash off the point. You were still in your ult. Like, I understand your ult was probably kind of sort of over, but you gave up point control completely just to get damage on the con. I didn't like that play. You do that 1 or 2 more times this game too, where you make a dash to get damage because honestly you guys needed more Wrecker, but you kept using your dash for Wrecker essentially to get damage to the shield. Here again. It's like you keep shooting the con shield. Maybe you should have just gotten Wrecker, because this whole game you shoot con probably the most, and by con I mean you shoot shield the most out of like anything, and you keep dashing away from where I think you should be. But that was a good shield again. You stayed behind it, blocked up damage. One other thing is, so you're a good teammate and maxed out. Okay, that shield. You see that shield? You placed it, and then you kind of forgot you had a shield there. You kind of expected the shield to go like 5 times faster than actually went. And Ashe battering ram shield goes pretty far. So your ults are usually pretty good. You always get like multiple stuns. I feel like if you waited half a second on your right click there and then angled it a little bit more, you could have actually gotten someone off of the map. But like I saw what you were going for. That was nice. That was a nice thought.
Fear death, only failure.
What was I saying? I think about the Skye thing. So you were a good teammate and you maxed out Caught, but you were shooting A, con shield so much, and B, you were shooting Skye because Skye was shooting you. So you should have probably gotten Illuminate and Wrecker. Well, not should have, but it was a consideration. I usually pick up like Illuminate 1. It's so cheap. And then even if you had like Hot 2 and Wrecker 1, Illuminate 1, Rejuve 1, something like that, it would have been good. That was nice. Nice, I click.
Remaining. 10, 9, 8, 7.
Okay, so sometimes, like right there, and you do this sometimes too, you have a choice of like, on the left side you could have shot Grover, and on the right side you could have shot Nando, and you choose to shoot Nando. And like, sometimes when you have a choice between shooting tanks and shooting non-tanks, you choose to shoot tanks. And I think it's just something you do without noticing it, but try to be a little bit more aware. Like it just is much more annoying if, like, rather you shooting a full health tank, if you just do some poke damage to the Grover. I like that you ignored the con for a while, although, but, okay, that's fine. I guess they backed off. The number of times you get poison bolted is tilting to watch. Okay, so you need to really heal. I guess yes, that's fine. That was a great ult. Again, I love your ult. I don't think you had like even one bad one all game.
Defend.
Alright, that shield. I'm sure you realized after you died. You should have probably either shielded earlier and or backed out earlier. But when you put that shield down, it did nothing for you. Because it was shielding behind you and you're taking damage in front of you. So this shield, also bad. You put it down, it doesn't, you're like nowhere near it. You just walk right through it. So sometimes when you're not thinking too carefully about your shield placement, you tend to just put it down preemptively. So just wait, like, force yourself just to wait 1 second. Like walk forward, wait, and then shield. So that was a nice kill on Willow, by the way. So that like at least I like what you try to do here, but if I were you, I probably would have tried to wind up the right click just in case he had his dash up. Here, okay, why do you dash? You were actually completely safe if you had just stayed there. And you still had time, so, I mean, you get 90% DR, so you had time to wait like half a second, even 1 second, to decide if you needed to dash.
Is that good? Is that bad?
This is good. I like that you're shooting their squishies. I think you could have followed the Grover and just poked him. I mean, you have 4 people shooting the Nando. That's good. You turned back. Shield was like okay. If Willow can just shoot over it.
30 seconds remaining.
Everyone's ulting. So here, I would have looked for another ult, honestly. Oh, you did. Okay. Good. I maybe would have tried to ult like a second or 2 earlier. I don't know if that would have helped, but maybe you and Socratic were coordinating about ulting. Stay out of contact. Oh, it's fine. I would have shot. So you see on the right, Grover's full health, right? And if he's full health, he can just heal his tank. I guess it worked out. He killed their tanks, but I would have. If I were you, you can poke the Grover, and that like if he just backs away, their tanks die so much faster. Because their tanks, like they have 2 beefy tanks, and you guys only have 1 record too. They're gonna live for a long time if Grover is just full health standing there healing them. I remember even like during the first point fight, like right before you back out, you take a couple shots on Khan where you could have shot Grover instead. Okay, that shield was like kind of wasted because you didn't really shield you from damage. You kind of decide not to be there immediately after you put it down, and the Socratic also shields. It works out, but like. I think that's a good shield. You just didn't find cover fast enough. That shield's good. Okay, so obviously both you and Socratic are low. There really wasn't any point to you pushing out. Like, you noticed Socratic backed up. You guys had double shield. Like, you can probably live long enough. It didn't really fuck you guys over, so fine. I like shoulder bashes like that if you're running battering ram. Okay, horrible shield. You put your shield down, immediately walk through it. Anyways, the battering ram, like shoulder bashes like that with battering ram, totally fine because you do damage behind shields. You're not like completely out of position. Okay. You didn't completely put yourself out of position by dashing at someone like you did that one time on that con. You just dashed off point. I mean, maybe you're like, you knew your ult was ending like imminently and you wanted to be off point anyways, but I thought you were fine there. I don't know, I thought you did. I didn't have too much to say because I thought you did fine. I just would like you to use your shield, like give a little bit more thought before placing your shield down so that you can get more use out of it. And again, like Fortress Breaker Ash Shield basically like moves like insanely slow, like basically doesn't move, but Battering Ram, like normal Ash Shield, does move quite a bit, but you're just walking right through it a lot. You use your right clicks really well, you have really good ults. Again, try the Life Rip build if you have this kind of comp where you're such an off tank and your healer just can't really heal you most of the time. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, just your dashes, there were only a couple, but like when you dash off point, just make sure you're doing it for a meaningful reason. And then in terms of your itemization, because you were shooting, like either, like you just shot shields so much, like either get Wrecker or stop shooting shields. One or the other. You know, there were a couple times, like more than a couple times, there were like a lot of times throughout the game, you had a choice to shoot shields or shoot their backline. And Ashe is just so annoying when she just pounds their backline. Even if she doesn't kill them, she'll make them back out. So think about who you're shooting and not just the person closest to you. And yeah, good job. I didn't have too much to say.